For the record, this video is going to be talking about Dauntless, but before I go into my thoughts on it, I have a confession to make. I have an unhealthy obsession to Warframe. When Digital Extremes finally released Dark Sector in the late 2000s, I was mildly disappointed that it was no longer the crazy Space Ninja game originally shown years prior. So when I heard they were finally making the game they always wanted to make, I was stoked. I was there, man. I played that game when it first released and I had no idea what I was doing, but damn it, it was crazy magic space ninjas in space. I ended up taking a break for a while, but it took me a couple tries to actually get back into it simply because of how many times they updated the game and changed the UI. Seriously, I couldn't recognize it. But now I'm actually back in the swing of things, and it's both great and miserable at the same time. Aside from the multitude of different mechanics thrown into the game from older patches, my biggest gripe has always been its free-to-play model. See, if you really don't want to, you don't have to pay a dime to play. But good luck getting anything done. If you want to do anything, you need to grind out the materials, the money, and the parts. Let me give you an example. You want that cool-looking Loki skin? You know, because you want to chill by yourself and stealth kill everything in a leisurely stroll? Well, you need to get to Neptune, and to get there you'll need to travel all the way around through multiple planets and gateways, all have increasingly levels in difficulty. So you have to spend time leveling up the suit, weapons, and mods you're using in order to survive just to get to that damn planet. Meanwhile, you'll be hoarding everything to make sure you have enough supplies to craft everything. Once you manage to get to Neptune, you'll have to beat the boss there multiple times. I say multiple because the boss randomly drops one of 3 blueprints you need, so if you're lucky it'll only take 3 runs, but good luck with that. Then when you manage to get the blueprints, you better hope you have enough materials to save up to make each one and wait 12 hours for every part to finish. Then finally you buy the Loki blueprint and wait 3 whole days, and finally, after all of that, you have him. Or of course, you could just spend some premium currency and just buy him. You know, that's way faster. Sure, there are skins that help support the game, but the main takeaway of how Warframe makes its cash is by paying to not grind as much. Just the other day, I realized the Ash build I wanted to make required at least 3 mods that are incredibly hard to get. So I said, screw it. I'll trade with players who have them for platinum. And sure, you technically can get everything in the game without spending a dime, but you're gonna need to sink an incredible amount of hours, not to mention have some extraordinary amounts of luck as well. And this is where I worry about Dauntless. Dauntless, like Warframe, is also a free-to-play game. The Founders Alpha is just a couple of weeks away, and I'm dying to dive into a Monster Hunter style game. I know that the Monster Hunter series involves the grind, but keep in mind that this is a one-and-done purchase. The grind has been balanced with that in mind. In Dauntless, no one really knows, save for the select few who have been playing the alpha for a while now. Sure, there will be cosmetics to purchase to help support the game, but how necessary will that champion status be in order to get the parts you need? For the uninitiated, champion status is a buff that increases the number of drops off of behemoths, the main creatures you're going to be fighting in the game. 2 things here. First, this helps decrease the grind simply by getting more parts overall for each kill. But second, and this is the important part, by getting more drops, you're increasing your chance of getting the right parts you need. That's like farming for Loki and having a buff that gets the boss to drop 2 blueprints instead of 1. Don't forget, it has been confirmed that there are at least some behemoths that have different variations, which might involve different gear for the job. More gear means more grind, and more grind means more time invested. Most importantly, more time invested means more time you ask yourself, do I want to skip to the front of the line and get my dessert now? Really, there's just no way of knowing what the devs will do until the Founders Alpha goes live on August 18th. And since the game's still in development, everything, as always, is subject to change. Personally, I'm hoping that the Dauntless devs do keep their word and stick to the premium content that affects things only cosmetically. It's very much possible that the loot tables on behemoths are already large enough that the champion status is mostly negligible. Only time will tell, really. Will we reach the hilltop in triumph, or will we be Sisyphus, forever damned to roll the boulder up the hill, only to watch in dismay as it rolls back down? Actually, that's wrong. In this case, the hill never ends, with us pushing the boulder for eternity, with no reprieve in sight. I'll see you next time.